This is the view from the house that I'm staying in. Oh my gosh. And the cutest. It has like kind of A-frame ceilings. So cute. So I'm staying in here with Lindsay. That's the deck. This is the view from the back of the house. That is all forest land, and it's actually raining right now, which is amazing. They have a greenhouse and this whole wraparound deck, and it wraps all the way around. Guys, I could move to a place like this. For real, this is so awesome. We're staying in Black Hills, South Dakota, and this is the view from the property that we're staying at, and it's just gorgeous. And there are, if you can hear the wildlife in the background, I think the neighbors have turkeys, chickens, roosters. They probably have it all. So today we are actually going to be taking a train to Keystone and walking around Keystone and hanging out there for the day. And I guess it's a 2-hour train ride, and it's a steam engine train. So that's going to be so much fun. So I'll probably take some footage of the train ride and the train and what that looks like, and just kind of bring you along with me when I can. It's a beautiful day. We have a 40% chance of rain today. It is cloudy, if you can see the clouds. I'm just sitting out here on the deck having my coffee and actually just doing my makeup. Something that is kind of unique about me that I like to do is whenever I go to a really beautiful place, I love to do my makeup outside. I love to come and just sit. Normally, especially if it's sunny, it's nice because it's lots of natural light. But I do love to just come outside and do my makeup, because when you live in Arizona and it's just hot all the time, and then I go somewhere that's beautiful with trees and I just want to be outside. And so that's kind of a fun way to start my day if I'm in a really pretty place or somewhere new. I'm going to finish getting ready for the day, and then we're going to be taking the train to Keystone and hanging out there for the day. And I've never been to South Dakota before, so all of this history and all of the sites are new to me. So I am just very excited. So stay tuned.
Big Thunder, is that where the mine is? The gold mine?
Here comes the train. Hi guys, Future Tina here. I am actually just jumping in before we get started on the train video because I wanted to give you some fun facts about the 1880 train. So the 1880 train runs from Hill City, South Dakota to Keystone. It's a 20-mile train ride, but the train only goes 10 miles an hour. So it is a 2-hour train ride. It is beautiful. You will get to see some of the sights along the way. We saw so much deer. Sadly, I didn't get tons of deer footage on that trip with my camera because I would pull out my camera and we'd already be past where the deer was. But I did catch deer a few times on the trip, so you will get to enjoy seeing them a little bit at least. But regarding the 1880 train, so it was actually launched in 1957 by a man named William Heckman, and he was a super big train enthusiast, and he thought that even though steam engines at that time were kind of becoming obsolete, he wanted to keep a steam engine train running for those who enjoyed the old-fashioned steam engine trains. And so today, the 1880 train is actually the oldest operating standard gauge steam engine train in the world. So I did not know that. It's very popular. People come from all over the world to ride the 1880 train. I will say the gift shop is quite fun. I bought train shirts for everybody in my family. They had a lot of cute shirts and a lot of cute souvenirs there. More facts about the train. William Heckman wanted the train to be fully reminiscent of the original train in the 1880s that was built during the gold rush era in America. And so everything is restored back to that original time. So even the train cars, some of the interior and the exterior, everything is supposed to be reminiscent of that time period. And so it was a really cool experience. Another interesting fact is that it has been used in Hollywood for different movies and TV shows like Gunsmoke, Into the West, and Orphan Train. I personally have not seen any of those. But that is an interesting fact. If you have seen those movies or TV shows, then you have seen the 1880 train that runs in South Dakota. All right, I just wanted to give you some fun facts about the train before we jump back into the video and I take you aboard with me.
In your trip on the 1880 train, we'll discover some of these epic legends together, and we'll also look at the plants, animals, and enjoy your ride aboard the 1880 train. With us, you do not need to worry about anything else. Let us do the driving. This is the best. The grade of the track deviates from 4 to 6%, making this
There's deer. Oh.
to harden steel. It is a super alloy that is now used in light bulb filaments.
He is actually oiling. These lovely people got right in front of me. One thing I forgot to mention too was that all of that train, the entire length of that train, runs on the original track that was laid in the 1800s. Now, obviously, some of it's had to be replaced or restored and all of that, but it is on the exact same path and built on the same tracks as the original 1880 train.
The 1880 train is a movie star. In 1970, the 1880 train was used.
I almost forgot that in this week's video, I am combining two different events. I am combining the train trip that we took on the very first day of our time in South Dakota, and I am combining it with something that I did on the very last day of the trip. So if you are confused, I just wanted to kind of make that clear, because the next two videos are going to be my other days that we did. We did Mount Rushmore one day with Crazy Horse, and then we did a mine tour and a cavern tour. So both of those videos are going to be coming out in the next couple of weeks. But this particular video, the very first day when I did the train ride, I didn't do tons of filming. And so it is a little bit shorter of a video, and I wanted to include that with something else. And where we stayed was near a small lake, and the whole time I was begging to go into the lake. And so the last day is when we did that. So I just wanted to make that clear, because you will see me wake up in the morning on the last day, and I just didn't want you to be confused. But I will tell you more about the lake after you watch the video, because it was kind of a cluster. Not gonna lie. And you will see why. Enjoy the rest of the video. Hi guys, good morning. I am not that much of a morning person, and it is 7:45 in the morning. I got up pretty quickly. Today we are leaving to head back home, but I am going to be jumping into a lake. Before we do that, there is a close by lake that is beautiful that I have been begging to go to all week. We have not had the time, and so they told me today is the day. I had to do it this morning if I was gonna do it, and they are all refusing to go in. I don't know if I will actually get in all the way and swim with the water over my head, but I will definitely get all the way to my shoulders. No matter how cold it is, I will still do that. So I am waiting for my coffee right now. I'm gonna get some coffee, and then we're gonna head out. I'm definitely still waking up. We'll see how it goes this morning. No matter what, I'm sure I will definitely be more awake after jumping in the lake. Step one complete. I need to wake up a little bit first. We stayed up till 1 a.m. last night, so I had to get up at 7:30. That's a little, yeah. I needed a little bit more sleep than that. We're going to Sheridan Lake. I still haven't figured out the temperature of the lake yet, so I'm just gonna get in and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so there's not like a great entry point where we're at in this lake, so I'm gonna go in on this slope. It looks a little muddy and there's tons of sticks in the water, but I'm gonna do my best to see how far I can get in. And I still have no idea how cold it's gonna be. I haven't tried it yet. But I'm gonna leave my leg right here. All right, moment of truth for me. I'm gonna see how cold the water is. Oh my gosh, it's very muddy. Oh God. Let's see. Oh my God, my foot. Look how deep my foot goes in. It would keep going. Okay, so in my last video when I walked on sand and I showed you how on dry sand my foot sinks in pretty deep, this is like, that's nothing compared to this. Like I could lose my whole leg in here, I feel like. That being said, I don't know if this is possible. And the water water is not that cold, guys. Oh! Yeah, let's see. Oh my God. I can't get my leg out. So yeah, I don't think I can get it merely because my leg is gonna get stuck in the mud. That's so sad. There's no platform to jump off of right here, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to get in. But I would. The temperature is actually pretty nice. It's definitely warmer than the Pacific Ocean where I was last week. How many? So we found a little spot that seems to be a little bit better. It's not as muddy in here or as soft. So I'm gonna try and get in right here. We'll see what that looks like. Still very soft. I'm trying to get my footing. It's still really soft, but here we go. Here we go. This is gonna be like day to day. I don't think I can go further. The mud is literally sucking my feet down. My whole left foot is like this far into the mud, so I'm a little scared to go further because I don't not be able to get out. So, all right, a nice refresher. If I lived by the lake, I would definitely get in. Could wake me up every morning. My friends who refuse to get in the water with me. Here you go. All right, so it wasn't what I expected, but I'm happy I got in and had a little fun in the meantime. And I am definitely more awake than I was before I started filming. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed both of those adventures that I went on during my trip. I wanted to expand a little bit more on the lake. What I didn't quite express at the moment when they were filming me was that the mud in that lake was actually almost like quicksand when you were inside of it. So as I tried to get into the lake, the mud was so thick that my poor little stump was actually just sinking down super far. And then even my regular foot was sinking down really far. And then when I would try and lift the other leg out, my foot was sinking further in. So it was almost like the mud was sucking up my leg. And I was actually concerned I wouldn't be able to get out of that lake. And another issue that you could not see, and I don't think I shared during the video, was that there was reeds, thick like roots that were sticking up out of the water along the shore that we were on. So when I went to sit down, there was reeds sticking up in the water. So as I was walking, I was hitting these big sticks that were protruding out of the ground inside the lake. And so it was actually pretty dangerous where we were. If none of those obstacles were there, I would have jumped in and swam across the lake because I love to swim and I love to get in different bodies of water. This one just had lots of unexpected obstacles. And there was a recreation site on the other side of the lake, but that road was all under construction and we were in a crunch time to get to the airport. After I did my filming, I was gonna have to go back and shower and get ready, and my friend was worried that because of the delay, they had a road closed and they were making all the traffic go all the way around, and it was a Friday, so there was lots of people going into the lake with their boats and things like that. So she was worried we wouldn't make it back in time. That's why we drove into more of an isolated area that was a little bit more excluded. And it was nice, there was nobody around, but it wasn't the best swimming conditions. I hope you enjoyed all of the content of this video. I cannot wait to release the next 2 videos that I have coming up in the next few weeks to show you the rest of the adventures that we took when we were there, because we just had the most amazing time. So thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Please comment down below if you've been to South Dakota, if you have ridden the 1880 train and you have had that experience, then please let me know what it was like. We did have the best time, and I would highly recommend it to anybody going to visit that area of the country. So I hope you guys have an amazing week. Thanks so much for watching Tina's Leg, where every day is leg day.